Connor is with us now. Hello, congratulations on FootballHer.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Am I saying it right? FootballHer?
Yeah, FootballHer. Yeah.
FootballHer?
Yeah, FootballHer.
FootballHer.
Just like footballer with a H.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of like sounds like where I'm from. Glasgow's come right in. FootballHer. It's great. I mean, good for you going out and doing this. Tell us then about the search for kits that frustrated you.
It was a complete accident, really. So back in 2022, during the Women's Euros, I got really into the Euros. And my daughter was young at the time, but like any dad, you're like, oh, let's get my kids into football if you like football yourself. So I was on Oxford Street with my partner, just having a day to ourselves. You know what it's like? You have a day to yourselves, but you end up looking for stuff for your kids.
Just talk about the kids.
All the
Show
time.
each other pictures of the kids.
Yeah, it was literally that. And then I said, let's go into, we was on Oxford Street. I said, let's quickly go into one of the big retailers. I'm gonna try and find some football clothing for my little daughter. I was used to just walking into a shop and just buying whatever. I come from a gym background, so buying whatever I needed in the gym, t-shirt, top, shorts, anything like that. So I said, let me just go in there. I went in there, I said to the guy, do you know where the women's football section is? And he goes, it's over there. I said, I've looked over there, it's just the guy stuff. He said, no, it's over there. And I just looked at it, it's just unisex. It wasn't girls, it was just a guy's top with a unisex tag on it. I said, fine, we're on Oxford Street. Like, I'm bound to find a shop if there's anywhere in the UK on Oxford Street. I zigzagged in and out of every single major retailer and I couldn't find anything. Every single shop I went into, where's the women's football section? They're like, we don't have one. It's just the football section. It's like, and then that's when I first encountered the problem of how hard it is to find women's football stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's such little available.
Yeah.
Even still, apart from when your design came on board. So what, you just went home and decided, or did you have a design background as well? I
do not have a design background at all. I left it actually a year because my daughter was still young and I was like, right, let me see if she's actually going to get into football and stuff like that. Yeah. And she did start getting into football, playing, watching and stuff like that. So I said, right, let me look online now. Still not really much was being done, a little bit here and there. And then I thought, I can't have her growing up and not having access. It's such a simple fix. Not having access to properly fitted football gear, stuff that perform well, look good. So I just said, I'm going to start it and I'm going to see where it goes.
Fair play. And how is it going?
Unbelievable. To start off with, I didn't have any plan, no marketing budget, literally nothing. Okay. So I thought the easiest way to do it and see if there was a demand and see if people are having the same problem was to pick up my phone and talk to social media. So I started on TikTok. I picked up the phone and said, look, this is the problem I've just encountered. Yeah. Is anyone else having the same problem? And then it was a couple of weeks into the social media that I thought, right, this is a real problem. Like the first month, 10,000 followers. By month 3, 20,000 followers. Like it was incredible. Ooh. So all my stuff, I document the whole journey from the ground up on TikTok. And yeah, people are thousands of comments saying, I've had the same problem. I had the same problem when I was younger. Still, it's not really been fixed. Now my daughter's playing. So yeah, it's just. And
then you went to what? Manufacturers or brands? Like how'd you get the ball rolling then?
Yeah, so I wanted, if I do anything, I want to do it properly. So I said, I'm not going to buy an off-the-shelf t-shirt and just whack a load. It doesn't mean anything. Like the problem is, it doesn't fit well, didn't really look that stylish. And what we say is everything looks football. Yeah. We want to bring fashion into football. So we started completely from scratch. So I said, I don't have a design background. I've got to find someone to help me. Brought on an incredible designer and said, can you help me do this? Then we started sourcing factories, sourcing fabrics, doing tech packs, and then literally designing product from a blank page into what it is.
And where can we get these products? Where can people?
So we just sell just on our website, www.footballher.co.uk. The reason why I started was I wanted to create amazing on-field products because that's what I couldn't find. Since the growth of the brand, I started releasing some off-field stuff, so like jumpers, t-shirts, just because people wanted to support and wear the brand.
Brilliant.
And I thought the world doesn't need another t-shirt or a jumper, but what it does, there's two sides of the business now. So the on-field is making every woman and girl confident on the pitch by creating amazing product. But off the field, I thought our name speaks for itself. If you see it on the back of a jumper or a hoodie, if it's even one person in a coffee shop that's like, oh, FootballHer, that's obviously women's football. Yeah. Let me go and have a little look into it or watch a game. So it actually, for us, that side promotes women's football as well. So we're kind of, we're doing two things.
I mean, I saw the young guest you brought in with you today,
yes, yeah.
Amelia.
Yes.
Yeah, and the brand is lovely. Like it's a nice look, it's stylish, and that's the thing. If you can get youngsters to go, oh, that's cool, before you know it, every youngster and their pet dog has the same T-shirt 100%. On. Like you will reach the right audience kind of thing if the product is brilliant.
I always say we could do everything. We could do PR, marketing. If the product's not good, it's not going to sell.
Yes.
And we're coming from the stance of very timeless, simple, sleek, clean, minimalistic. Yeah. And like you said, if once it catches on, like we released the hoodies because we don't have a timeline of when we're going to release products, because when you start a business like this, you realise how many delays, factories and that cause. So we said, we'll just release it as it comes so people can start wearing the stuff. We released our first hoodies, they sold out. Released another batch, they sold out. So yeah, now we're gearing up for the actual reason why we started the brand, which is the training collection.
Brilliant. And hopefully we're going to see a lot more of that very soon. And that's the thing, like Rusha sits here often and complains about kit.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. She's like, it's guys' kits. It's not particularly designed for women. The shorts are designed for men. Yeah. You know, 9 times out of 10, she has said that. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to cause her an issue here by saying that she said that. She has in the past. And you see now she does it all the time, where she rolls up the shorts because she's like, I want to be able to feel like I'm breathing, but then you wouldn't really see men wear those shorts 100%. As well. So it's like, it's a whole thing. But just having your own, like as a girl, or a youngster going into an area and go, that's the kind of design I want, that a bit more fitted and a bit more, I don't know, comfortable for girls. Yeah. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
I think design is subjective, isn't it? So it's like everyone's going to want different things: long shorts, short shorts, baggy t-shirts, tight fitting t-shirts. But what we just want to have is them to feel recognised and included, and actually go into a shop and look for a women's football section and it be there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's not walking in and not finding anything and having to walk out. And I didn't want for my daughter to go in there and felt the way I felt. So I was like, let me try and do something. Try and do something about it.
I mean, it's the same as the boots as well, Connor. Like, you know, it's only Ida Sports now who are creating the first female boot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You know, it's mostly, I mean, unisex is a complete thing in its own. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But you do go into an area, you do go into these shops and it's like men's sports section, football, tops, everything like that. And then girls, it's like pink shorts, pink top. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same. Football is for everyone.
100%. So. And also football's like the biggest sport, or one of the biggest sports. But in running, in gym, there's so much innovation that's been happening in terms of fabric, style, fit, that it just hasn't translated into football.
Strange,
and
right?
We're always questioning ourselves in the office, like, why is this?